Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this week's tarot reading for the 23rd through the 31st of August 2026. Now, before I get started on the reading, I wanted to let you all know about the full moon on the 28th of August, and it's also an eclipse. And this eclipse will be helping you to clear away anything that is holding you back. So just go with the flow, and if something emotional comes up, just think about it, but let it go. If somebody calls you and wants to rant and rave, just let them say their piece, I guess, if you even answer the phone, and then say, okay, well, I gotta go, but don't respond, because don't feed their fire, that sort of thing. If an ex is trying to invade your dreams and wanting to argue or wanting to come back or trying to suggest whatever, just like I always tell you all, just say cancel, clear, delete, and then try to train your mind to think of other things like puppies or a walk in nature, anything, but to think about your ex or your family member that is just trying to take money from you. Saying it's your responsibility because you're a family member when they should just take responsibility for their own lives. But I'll just let that go right now. It's really still hot out here in California, and it's affecting my cell phone here, so I've got to, have shorter videos to make sure that they get all uploaded every week for you, because I do collective readings. If I took the time to do, every single thing, I would never, get up from my desk. So I decided to do a collective reading for the entire, people, listeners or viewers, and you can pick and choose what is, resonating for you, and the rest, please pay attention to it, but you don't have to hang on to it because it has nothing to do with you. Anyway, this week is, like I said, it's the eclipse, it's the full moon too, so it's a double whammy kind of thing. And like I always say before in my readings, that 3 days before and 3 days after, try to, if you can, limit your activities. And that I mean going outside or shopping or hanging with the friends or anything like that. Just stay at home, do your thing, maybe clean your apartment or vacuum, do laundry, those kind of things. Get that stuff out of the way. And then afterwards, of course, then go ahead and be sociable as much as you want. So our first card this week is, if I get that, yeah, chop wood. See the broom there in the alcove? And that's just, it actually goes with what I just said a moment ago, meaning just do the do. This week, don't make any sudden moves or sudden announcements like you're getting married. Just keep that to yourself if that happens. Or if you got pregnant or things like that. Just keep those kind of things, to yourself until after the eclipse, when things start to come down. And then everybody would be more welcoming, I guess, with the news and stuff like that. But it just means, stay the course and don't give up on your plans, okay? Maybe, make a list of things that you want to during this time to accomplish for the next 40 days. I mean, I usually say 6 months, but for 40 days, see if you make a list of maybe 5 or 10 things, and, try to make sure you get at least 3 of those checked off in the coming days, okay? So just, this kind of energy with the eclipse and all that. Now, this eclipse promises not to be as traumatic as the one that we had earlier in the month. That kind of knocked everybody off their, feet. But this one seems to be a little bit calmer, but it always on eclipses and full moons on the same day. Don't make any moves or don't, press any points or don't try to get into any kind of arguments whatsoever. Okay, so our next card here is milk and honey. Oh, I like this card. See the rainbow with the pot of gold and everything. Things should start to happen. Good things should start to happen for you on this beginning of this week. Abundance may be coming to you. and maybe you get a refund on something, or a bill is finally paid. You know those darn credit cards. Maybe you finally made the last payment on a credit card, and they're going to be sending you a letter saying, congratulations, this on this date, blah blah blah, and you can just have a sigh of relief that one less credit card you have to worry about, during this last following days of August. So, and also, the milk and honey is another card, just like the chop wood, carry water kind of thing. Make a list and continue that list, and look at it every day and tell your mind that you deserve each and every one of these things, and it is already yours. Don't say maybe. No, say, I want a new car. It's already mine. It has a tan interior, reels, and it's stick shift, blah 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 blah. Just mentally have pointed out and then say it aloud. Your life is going pretty good, and you don't want to complain about anything. You're breathing, you have food on the table, and you can pay your bills, although thin at times, but you can pay your bills, considering when other people in this world are having such a tough time. And I always say pray for them every day. But listen, be grateful for what you do have, and that you want more of that coming towards you. So our next card is the Yang. Let me see if I got that out of the glare here. Yang is the masculine side, the yin and yang kind of thing, but the Yang is the masculine side. And, it propels us to want to do, and get things done. And the thing is Spirit wants you to look, you don't have any control. Only Spirit has control over your life. And you should know that by now, especially if you're an adult and, and you're a person that have learned many times that when you push too hard, it doesn't work out in your favor. But you've learned over time to go with the flow, and things usually work out better than you could ever imagine. So allow Spirit to guide you this time and this week into an area of your life that needs to be healed and let go, so new people, new places, new jobs, new contracts can come in. Okay? And you'll be able, after this full moon, you'll be able to see those things come to fruition, and you'll be able to take action. But for right now, chill, Bill. Chill. Our next card here, look at that, a leg up, 2 polar bears. Isn't that cute? Let me get it over here so less shiny. Polar bears there, a leg up. So a leg up means that Spirit is giving you information. It's providing you with sudden, maybe a YouTube video pops up with just the right information that you're looking for. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to do those YouTube videos and do those character creations, and you're like, it's just overwhelming because there's so many softwares and you don't know this, the other, but something comes up where you say, that's exactly what I want to do, and that's the person or software or whatever that you will start using. Dig into it, take it slow, learn your way through it, make those mistakes. That's how you learn, and everything will progress, and you'll, sooner or later, I'd say within a month, you'll have a viable video to upload, and you'll be so amazed and so grateful for yourself. So the leg up is someone that will give you help along the way. This person has been following you and knows about you, knows the struggles that you've been through recently, and they have decided, because you worked hard, you don't complain, you're very humble, they're going to give you help. It might be a new contract for a job, or they might hire you or bring you into their company and want to work for them, something like that. Or somebody may help you pay your rent this month, or somebody may, I don't know, want to partner up with you, so both of you are starting a business together, something like that. But someone has been watching you, observing you, and likes your style. So be open to teamwork, because that makes the dream work. Okay. Now our next card here is why. Now, why is, why this happened to me? Why is this going on? Why is it taking so long for my dreams and my goals to appear? Those kind of questions. and you have the power and the responsibility to act with responsibility, with compassion. I'm getting chills up and down my legs. So obviously, my angels around me are saying, yes, that's exactly what you want to say. But you have the compassion and the understanding, and you're an adult now, and you know that when things don't go your way and you start to become angry and you want to argue with people that you shouldn't be arguing with, just for the sake of it, you need to check yourself right before you open your mouth and say the wrong thing. So you want to back off and say, you know what, if you're having an argument with somebody, just say, I need to think about this, I'll get back to you. And then either, in the text, in the call, whatever. But be polite, don't start arguments that you cannot finish. And you need to just be an adult, So don't be childish or demanding this week. But really check yourself when you realize you are acting out because things are not going your way, or that you might have to wait another week or two before you can do whatever you need to do. But realize that this week is an eclipse week. So things may be hectic or things may be too slow for your comfort zone, but it will speed up after the full moon and the full moon eclipse. Now, after the 28th, it might take 3 days for things to just kind of cool and even out. So wait at least 3 days after the full moon and eclipse, okay? Before you start, asking Spirit, okay, let's speed everything up now. I'm ready. I've learned my lessons. Okay. So the next card here is, let me get that closer because there's a lot of pink in this. It's higher power. Isn't that beautiful? God, the card, it's very hard to see unless you have it right up to you, but I just love the colors there. Higher power, as you all know, that's spirit. I believe in God, Jesus, Mother Mary. Other people will prefer spirit, or universal guidance, anything. But this spirit guide, which you all have, which I have explained many, many, many times, we each have at least one spirit guide. And that guide is trying to get you to listen to them, to embrace them, because the universe is conspiring to assist you. And they want to help you, but they need you to slow down long enough to pay attention to the intuitive thoughts that may come to you, or a positive dream that may happen, and you remember it. If you remember your dreams when you wake up, write them all down. All the symbols and the colors mean something, so write them down, and you can always look them up, on the internet. There are a lot of dream interpretation things that will help you understand what's going on. But Spirit wants you to know that this is a journey in life, not a competition and not a race. It's a journey. Your soul wants to evolve, but under Spirit's guidance, okay? They know already what your life is supposed to be, what it ends up being, when your time is up, when when, I'm getting chills on that too, when you give birth, when you get married, or when you find the one. But pay attention to what your spirit and your guardian angels are trying to tell you at this time, and things will go much better in your life. I promise you that. So just be happy that you are learning these lessons now, and not, that you don't learn them 5 to 10 years from now. You want things now, you want things done, you want to start that business, or you want to get married or get that house, and you want it now. But listen to Spirit's guidance. They're going to guide you to the right place, the right area, the right person, all at the same time. So pay attention and just trust. And our last card for this coming week is exchanging gifts. I have my glasses on and I still can't see. Exchanging gifts. I think that's pretty. Little ballerina in a box, in a music box. So notice the colors in the last two. So things are evening out towards the end of the week, and things are getting lighter and more loving and kind. But this exchanging gifts, I like that. What does that mean for us? It's like, okay, the universe wants to give you a gift. They want to bring to you the people that want to help you. So they're going to be sending people to you to meet up with you, or by happenstance, you may be out, maybe you're buying a Frappuccino and somebody else is inside the store and they just start up a conversation, and then lo and behold, you two connect and want to work together. Or maybe you're going to a party that somebody wants you to go with them to, and you meet the one at the party. Now, if you would have stayed home, you would have never met this person who is your soulmate. So it's those kind of things, okay? So just allow life to work for you, to happen for you, and bring these people, places, and things to you. Don't have to fight them. You know, you don't have to fight the progress. You can, but sooner or later, you're going to have to wake up and listen to how the universe works and how they are conspiring on your behalf. You just quit fighting them. Quit fighting the progress that they want you to experience. You know, the old you has to go. The old mindset has to go. This is a whole new world, and as we all know from what we have seen and what's going on in the world, you have to pay attention and try to, you don't have to agree with everything, but you have to adjust yourself to work within it, okay? So you can live in a nice, even-keeled kind of lifestyle without too much up and down. You want to live in a nice, easy-flowing, I don't know, what do you want to call it, aura, or you just want an easy existence and be happy about that. So just open up your palms, open up your palms and say, I am ready to receive. I'm ready to receive, those kind of things. And let Spirit know that you are ready and willing and now listening to their advice and to their guidance, okay? So have faith. They're always there. Spirit is always there to protect you. But if you don't learn your lessons, sometimes they allow things to come back into your space until you do learn the lesson. And you don't want to repeat those past things over and over again. You got to be smart, open up, learn that lesson. Do not make that mistake again and again. Your soul wants to evolve so much. And that's why Spirit here in the last two cards, they are here to guide you now. Because now it's a time to not go backwards, but forwards. So, if you guys like this week message, please subscribe and like the channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, all the stuff is in the description box below. So until next time, this is 3333 Lightworker.